Most people think the money in any event comes from ticket sales. And listen, ticket sales do matter, but if ticket sales are the only revenue stream, you're putting way too much pressure on one part of the model because ticket sales are just one stream. They are not the entire strategy. If you're only thinking about getting people into the room, getting butts in seats, and hoping the math works out after the invoices are paid, you may be leaving money on the table. A lot of money. So in this video, I want to show you where the money actually resides in your event. Not just before the room fills, not just while people are sitting in the seats, but before, during, and after the event. Because once you understand this, you stop planning events like they're one-day experiences and you start designing them like income ecosystems. And that shift, it changes everything. Hey friend, my name is Quinn and I'm the founder of Sister Lady Girl Consulting, where I help women over 40 turn their experience into income, visibility, and ownership without starting from scratch. And in this video, we're talking about one of my favorite topics, where the money resides in your event. Now, this is top of mind for me because I just completed my annual signature event, the Second Act Summit, and I think everyone should host, plan, or want to host events as part of their business model. Maybe you've been thinking about hosting a conference, a retreat, a brunch, a workshop, a summit, a vendor market, or a networking event, maybe a mastermind day. Or maybe you're already hosting events, but when all is said and done, the numbers are not doing what you need them to do. You're selling the tickets, you pay the venue, you pay the vendors, you feed the people, you print the signs, you decorate the room, you get the photographer, you pay the speakers. And then you look up and you realize, well, wait a minute, did I actually make money? And that is a very real moment. And it happens because a lot of people plan events emotionally, creatively, and logistically, but not financially. They know the theme, they know the colors, they know the menu, they know the playlist, but they don't know the profit map. So in this video, I'm gonna walk you through the event profit map as I see it. And we're gonna talk about where money can show up in 3 different places. It's before the event, during the event, and after the event. And make sure you stay until the end because I created a free resource for you called the Event Monetization Audit. And it's going to help you look at your event through the lens of revenue, relationships, content, and what comes next. Before we get into it, I want you to do a favor for me and write this down. The event is not the product. The event is the platform. Now, that sentence right there, that's going to change how you plan. Because when you think the event is the product, you believe the only way to make your money is to sell more tickets. So now everything depends on ticket volume. You need more people, more posts, more reminders, more urgency, more last chance emails, and of course you want people in the room, but attendance alone is not a business model. An event is not just a room full of people. An event is a platform for attention, trust, education, community, sales, partnerships, content, and future opportunities. When you understand that, you start asking better questions, not just how many tickets can I sell? The first place money resides is before the event, and this is where most hosts miss it. They think I can't make money until people actually show up. No, friend. The money can start moving the moment the event has a clear promise, a clear audience, and a clear reason for people to care. Let's talk about a few pre-event revenue streams. The first one is obvious, but still very important: early bird tickets. Early bird pricing is not just a discount, it is a cash flow strategy. When you sell tickets early, you create momentum and you bring money into the event before all of the expenses hit. That matters because one of the most stressful parts of hosting any event is paying for everything before the event has paid for itself. Early bird tickets can help you reduce that pressure. But here's the key: don't make early bird pricing random. Give it a purpose. For example, early bird pricing ends when the first 25 seats are sold. Early bird pricing ends by a specific date. Early bird pricing is only for your email list. Early bird pricing includes a bonus. The point is, you want people to understand that there's a benefit to moving early. And for you as a host, early sales gives you data. If nobody's buying early, that tells you something. Maybe the promise isn't clear. Maybe the price is off. Maybe the audience is wrong. Maybe people need more trust before they buy. Either way, early bird sales give you feedback before you're too deep into the event expenses. The second place money can reside before the event is sponsorships. And this is a big one. A sponsor is not just somebody putting a logo on your flyer. A sponsor is a partner who wants access to the audience, the trust, the positioning, or the experience that you're creating. But the mistake I see a lot of hosts make is they pitch sponsors like they're asking for a favor. They say, "Can you support my event?" And I'm gonna tell you, this is not the strongest angle. A better question might be, what business, brand, or organization already wants to reach the people that I'm gathering? As an example, my event, the Second Act Summit, serves women in midlife. So I ask myself, who wants to reach those women? Banks, financial advisors, wellness brands, retirement professionals, beauty brands, travel companies, coaches, service providers, local businesses, career platforms, insurance providers, real estate professionals, health organizations, and community organizations. When you can clearly say, this is who will be in the room, this is what they care about, and this is how your brand can show up in a meaningful way, sponsorship becomes more than a donation. It becomes a business opportunity. And your sponsorship offer can include things like logo placement, stage mentions, vendor table, email feature, social media feature, a gift bag insert, workshop partnership, and lead capture opportunities. But remember, if you want sponsorship money, you need sponsor assets. That means a simple sponsorship deck, clear packages, audience details, event goals, deliverables, and a follow-up plan. Sponsors want to know what they're getting. Make it easy for them to say yes. The third pre-event revenue stream is vendor booths. A lot of hosts underprice vendor booths because they think of them as just tables. Well, a vendor booth is not just a table, it is access. Access to foot traffic, access to a targeted audience, access to buyers, access to community, access to content, and access to trust by association. So instead of saying vendor tables are $75, ask yourself, what is the value of selling in this room? Then you create levels. For example, a standard vendor booth, a premium vendor booth, a featured vendor booth, a sponsored vendor package, or a VIP marketplace placement. Premium placement could include better location, social media features, email mentions, a stage shout out, inclusions in the event guide, or a short video interview. Now you've moved from selling tables to selling visibility, and that's a whole different conversation. The fourth place that money resides before the event is in VIP upgrades. Not everyone wants a basic experience. Some people want proximity. Some people want convenience. Some people want more access. Some people want the seat, the lunch, the lounge, the photo, the private session, the meet and greet, the reserved table, or the bonus training. So give them options. A VIP upgrade can include things like reserved seating, VIP check-in, private lunches, bonus sessions, a VIP swag bag, speaker meet and greets, a networking lounge, a workbook bundle, or a private Q&A. The goal is not to create fluff. The goal is to create a deeper experience for the person who values it and is willing to pay for it. If you only offer one ticket level, you may be forcing your best buyers into your lowest option. Give people a way to raise their hand for more. The fifth pre-event stream is payment flexibility. Now, this may not sound like a revenue stream at first, but it can absolutely impact revenue. Sometimes people want to attend, but paying in full today creates friction. A payment plan option can help remove that barrier. This can work for tickets, vendor booths, sponsorship packages, VIP upgrades, and even post-event offers. Now, I want to be really clear here. You need to understand the fees, the terms, and your cash flow. Don't offer payment options blindly, but when used responsibly, Payment flexibility can help more people say yes and help you collect revenue earlier instead of waiting for last minute buyers. The sixth place money can reside before the event is affiliate partnerships. This is when someone promotes your event and receives a commission or referral fee for ticket sales, vendor referrals, or sponsor introductions. This can work especially well if you have speakers, community leaders, influencers, alumni vendors, or partner organizations with aligned audiences. For example, a speaker gets a referral link. A past attendee gets a code. A partner organization shares with their list. A vendor invites their customers. A community leader becomes an ambassador for your event. You pay them when their link or code creates a sale. This helps you expand your reach without putting all of the marketing pressure on you. The key is to make it really simple. Clear commission, clear tracking, clear promo assets, clear dates, clear expectations. Do not make people figure out how to promote you. Give them the language, the images, email copy, captions, as well as the links. The seventh pre-event revenue stream is a pre-event workshop or planning session. Now, this works especially well if your event is transformational, educational, or business related. For example, before a conference, you could offer a prep session, a networking strategy workshop, how to make the most of this event training, a VIP planning call, a vendor prep workshop, a sponsorship readiness workshop, a pitch practice session, or a pre-event AI training. This creates value before the room even opens. It also helps people show up more prepared, which can improve the event experience overall, and it gives you another income stream that supports the main event. So let's switch gears and talk a little bit about where money resides during the event. Now, this is where people often get so focused on execution that they forget about revenue opportunities happening in real time right in front of them. Now, I'm not saying your event should feel like a constant sales pitch. Please do not do that. But I am saying your event should be designed with intention. If people are gathered, engaged, learning, connecting, and having a meaningful experience, there are ways to create value and revenue at the same time. So let's talk about them. During the event, premium vendor placements can matter. Not all vendor locations are created equal. A table near registration is not the same as a table in a back hallway. A vendor beside the coffee station is not the same as a vendor hidden behind a curtain. Traffic matters, visibility matters, energy matters. So if you know certain spaces will get more attention, price them accordingly. You can offer main entrance placement, stage room placement, registration area placement, lunchroom placement, marketplace feature wall, exclusive category placement. For example, only one photographer, only one financial advisor, only one beauty vendor, only one event planner. Exclusivity can also increase value. Again, we're not just selling space, we're selling access to the right people in the right environment. During the event, VIP experiences can continue creating value. This might be a VIP lounge, reserved seating, speaker access, a private lunch, or a smaller breakout experience. Here's why this works. Some attendees want a more intimate experience inside a larger event. They want to connect at a deeper level. They want access. They want a quieter room. They want better networking. They want to feel taken care of. So your VIP upgrade should not just be you get closer seats. It should answer the question, what would make this event easier, deeper, or more valuable for my best attendee? That's how you design a VIP experience that people actually want. The next during event revenue stream is paid photo or video add-ons. This is especially smart because people come to events looking for transformation, connection, and visibility. They get dressed up, they're there to present, they're in the room. They may need professional photos, social content, speaker clips, vendor videos, or branded images. So you could offer headshot mini sessions, event content packages, speaker reel clips, vendor promo videos, photo booth upgrades, personal brand photo moments, interview clips, or recap video add-ons. This could be handled by you, by your media team, or through a partner who pays you a revenue share. And that's important. You do not have to deliver every income stream yourself. Sometimes the money resides in the partnership. Another place money can reside during the event is live offer sales. Now, if you have a program, coaching offer, consulting service, membership, course, VIP day, or next event, the room may be the right place to invite people into the next step. But this only works if the offer is aligned. The live offer should feel like a natural continuation of the experience, not a random pitch. So, as an example, if the event teaches people how to clarify their income path, the next offer could be a 6-week lab. If the event teaches event hosts about sponsorship, the next offer could be a sponsorship deck workshop. If the event teaches content creation, the next offer could be a content system intensive. The question is, what will they need after this event? That is where your live offer should sit. Do not wait until people cool off 3 weeks later. If they are engaged and the next step is clear, invite them in while the value is still fresh. If you have speakers, panelists, or workshop leaders, think about speaker product tables. Speakers may have books, workbooks, services, programs, templates, or products. You can create a structured way for speakers to sell in the room. This can be included as part of their speaker agreement, offered as a paid add-on, handled through a revenue share, or included only for premium speakers. This can make your event way more valuable for speakers and attendees, but you need clear rules. Who can sell? Where can they sell? When can they sell? Do you take a percentage? Do they process their own payments? Are there limits on what they can offer? Clarity protects the experience. During the event, sponsored activations can be more valuable than basic sponsorship. A sponsored activation is when the sponsor is part of the experience. So as an example, a bank might sponsor a financial foundations workshop, or a beauty brand might sponsor the Confidence Lounge. A wellness brand might sponsor the Reset Room. A photographer sponsors the Headshot Station. Or a coffee company sponsors the morning networking hour. A travel company sponsors the VIP retreat preview. A local boutique sponsors the gift bags. This is stronger than logo placement because the sponsor becomes associated with a real movement. They're not just seen, they are experienced, and that is more valuable for them and more interesting for your attendees. Another place money resides during the event is in upgrade opportunities. This might be upgrading from general admission to VIP, buying replay access, joining a membership, purchasing a workbook, booking a consultation, or securing a seat for the next event. The mistake is waiting too long to present the upgrade. You want to design natural moments. So, as an example, at check-in, ask them, would you like to add the replay bundle? During lunch, VIP attendees are gathering in the private lounge. After a workshop, you might say, if you want the templates from this session, they're available in the toolkit. Once you close the event out, you can say something like, if you want support implementing this, here's the next step. Keep it clear, keep it relevant, keep it helpful. The goal is not pressure. The goal is alignment. Now, let's talk about the part that most hosts completely underuse. After the event. This is where so much money gets left behind because a lot of hosts are exhausted after the event. And I get it. You are tired. Your feet hurt. Your voice is gone. Your inbox is full. The room is empty. And the vendors have gone. And the event is over. But financially, the event should not be over. The event should create assets. Content assets, sales assets, partnership assets, community assets, proof assets, follow-up assets. This is why I say again, the event is not the product, the event is the platform. So you have to ask yourself, what can happen after? If the event was recorded, you can sell or include replay access. This works for virtual events, hybrid events, conferences, workshops, and educational sessions. You can offer replay tickets, replay upgrade for attendees, replay bundle for people who may have missed it, VIP replay for notes and resources, limited time replay access, or lifetime access. The key is to decide this before the event, not after. Make sure your speaker agreements allow recording and resale. Make sure attendees know what is being recorded. Make sure you have the tech and editing plan. Replay access can turn a one-time event into an asset that continues to create value. Another post-event product is a digital workbook or slide deck bundle. Now, if you taught something valuable, do not assume the value ends when you step off the stage. Your slides, prompts, exercises, worksheets, checklists, and examples can become a paid bundle. For example, event workbook, a speaker slide bundle, an AI prompt pack, planning templates, a resource guide, an implementation workbook, a reflection journal, a vendor directory, session notes, and the list goes on and on. You can sell it to attendees who want deeper implementation or to people who could not attend. Now, this is one of the simplest ways to turn your event content into a digital product. And if you used AI to create slides, prompts, or planning tools, that can become its own training or toolkit as well. After an event, people often feel inspired, but they need help applying what they learn. That's where post-event group coaching comes in. This could be a 30-day implementation room, a 6-week lab, a small group coaching experience, office hours, a mastermind, a follow-up intensive, a planning cohort. For example, if your event was about women turning experience into income, the post-event offer could help them build that offer. If your event was about event monetization, the post-event offer could help them build their sponsorship deck or vendor revenue plan. The event creates the awareness, the coaching helps them implement. That is the natural value ladder. Post-event, you can create templates and toolkits from what people ask for most. Pay attention to the questions. What did attendees ask you in the hallway? What did vendors need help with? What did speakers ask for? What confused people? What did people wish they had before the event? Those questions can become products. For event hosts, this could include sponsorship deck templates, vendor booth packets, event budget trackers, contract review checklists, run of show templates, speaker agreement templates, post-event surveys, event recap reports, email follow-up sequences, and AI prompt packs. The goal is to turn repeated questions into reusable assets. That is where digital product money can reside. Another post-event stream is a membership or a community. Events create connection, but connection needs somewhere to go. A community can give attendees a place to keep learning, networking, sharing wins, asking questions, and staying close to your brand. This could be a monthly membership, a private community, a paid networking circle, a planner community, a business building community, a vendor community, a speaker community. You see where I'm going here, right? But here's the thing. You don't want to start a community just because it sounds good. Start one if you have a clear promise and a clear reason for people to keep showing up. The community should answer the question, what ongoing problem does this group help solve? And as an example, if you want to help event hosts find sponsors, that's a group. You could help women build their second act income streams, which is something that I do. You could help vendors get better event opportunities. You could help speakers get booked, or you could help planners build profitable event businesses. A community is not just a group chat. It is a container for ongoing value. Now let's talk about sponsor recap reports. This is really important, especially if you want your sponsors to come back. So after the event, create a sponsor recap video or a report. You'll want to include things like attendance numbers, audience demographics, photos, social media reach, email mentions, stage mentions, leads collected, testimonials, and activation highlights and attendee feedback. Most event hosts do not do this well, so if you do, you immediately look more professional. A sponsor recap video or report helps turn a one-time sponsor into a long-time partner. It says to them, we didn't just take your money, but we delivered value, and here's the proof. That proof can help you renew the sponsorship, increase the package next time, or pitch similar sponsors. The final post-event revenue stream I want to mention is your see you next time deposits. If people love the experience, give them a chance to commit to the next one. This could be founding attendee pricing, early access deposits, vendor booth renewals, sponsorship renewals, VIP waitlist, retreat deposits, annual passes, your next conference deposits, your next conference pre-sales. The best time to invite someone back is often when the experience is still fresh. You can say, if you know you want to be in the room next time, you can secure your seat right now. Or you can say, vendors from this year get first right of refusal for next year's marketplace. Or you can say, sponsors who renew within 10 days receive early partner pricing. Again, this helps with cash flow, planning, and momentum. So to recap, the money in your event can live in 3 places. Before the event, through early bird tickets, sponsorships, vendor booths, VIP upgrades, payment plans, affiliate partnerships, and pre-event workshops. During the event, through premium vendor placements, VIP experiences, photo and video add-ons, live offer sales, speaker product tables, sponsored activations, and upgrade opportunities. After the event, replay access, slide decks and workbook bundles, post-event coaching, templates and toolkits, membership or community, sponsor recap reports, and next event deposits. Now, you don't need to do all of these. Having 21 revenue streams for one event is not the goal. The goal is to stop relying on a single one. Start with the streams that make the most sense for your event, your audience, your capacity, and your business model. For a small workshop, maybe it's tickets, a workbook bundle, and a post-event coaching offer. For a conference, maybe it's sponsorships, vendor booths, VIP tickets, replay access, and a next step program. For a retreat, maybe it's premium pricing, payment plans, affiliate partners, and a post-retreat community. It doesn't matter. The point is you choose the model that fits you, but you need to choose it on purpose. Now, don't forget what you wrote down earlier. The event is not the product. The event is the platform. When you understand that, you plan differently. You price differently. You pitch differently. You follow up differently. You stop asking, how do I get more people in the room? And you start asking, how do I design this room to create value before, during, and after the event? This is where the money resides. It resides in the relationships. It resides in the access. It resides in the content. It resides in the trust. It resides in the follow-up. It resides in the offers people need next. It resides in the assets that you create from the experience. And it resides in your ability to see the event not just as a one-day expense, but as a business model. Now, I created a free resource for you called the Event Monetization Audit, and it's going to help you look at your event through the lens of revenue, relationships, content, and what comes next. I dropped the link in the description, so go ahead and grab that. It's absolutely free. If this video resonated with you, make sure you like, share, and subscribe to my channel. And if you know another woman who's planning a conference, retreat, brunch, workshop, or vendor event, send this to her. Because we're not just planning pretty rooms here, we're building profitable platforms. And that, my friend, is where the money resides. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.